think for a second and you like, should I do A or should I do B? If you're already contemplating it, you always do B. You
Yeah.
always just don't say this. You don't text this. If you're just, even if it's like, but I want a moment, it's funny, it's
No.
so innocent, whatever it is, you just, I mean, I worked as the head of HR in many places. And it's just, yeah, you just see it all and you're just like, "Ugh, you just shouldn't say this." And the most innocent things,
Yeah.
if someone takes the wrong way, could be the biggest thing. So I
100%.
agree.
Yeah, and you're a lawyer, which I love that. And so like even from a legal standpoint, you don't want to put someone in a position where, let's say they get fired and they're like kind of, frustrated and, disgruntled employee. They can come back with some of these receipts, which is essentially what she's doing. She was fired because it wasn't working. Even on girl trips, she was kind of insufferable, but I felt like the girls started to turn on her. Yes, she was sick and maybe she wanted to go to a meeting in Thailand and they didn't facilitate it. But like, I think it doesn't her being annoying doesn't take away from the validity of her case. And that's what people on some of these Bravo fans don't get. It doesn't matter if you don't like the person, they can still say the truth. Like, so some of the stuff she's saying, I agree with. And I think that I'm happy that the judge saw that. And I think it's going to open the door maybe to other Bravo people that have some issues to kind of speak up. So, yeah, I mean, again, like you said, really watch what you say to people because Andy, I know is kind of, and even with some of the Southern Charm boys, I'm like, you're a little crossing the line a little bit with them. Like the way you touch them, the way that they could really, I don't think they're gonna say anything, but there is a level of like, you're their boss. And I get it. Andy's all, I'm not at Bravo. I have no control. No one's buying that story you're selling.
No
So
one's, it's still a power dynamic. What was Candace and Garcelle saying in the Garcelle must be happy, right? He's saying good things about her.
she's happy. And I'm not surprised. Listen, whatever you feel about Garcelle, her exit, whatever it is, you think that she didn't deliver this season. Where's Erika's delivery? Where's Erika telling us about her dating life? Calling someone boring, I think, is not interesting, whatever. It's not nice. And I think that Garcelle, she's been in this industry for 30 years. She's a professional. I've never worked with her. I've never met her. But I know the people that I've worked with her. She's a professional. She shows up. She's an actress at the end of the day. It's like Heather Dubrow. When you're an actress and you've been on sets, you show up on time, you do your job. Like you don't show up late. You're not difficult. Like, because you don't want to get fired. Like your number one thing is don't get fired, even when you have a big job, right? So I believe it. I mean, what Candace said was very I don't remember exactly what she said, but she's like, get it. You could tell they have a personal relationship. You can tell that he is friends with these housewives outside of the shows. And again, if really Bravo is pushing people out for having that, that's pretty dumb. Because there's a below deck guy that had an OnlyFans. There, Sonia has
Bruno.
OnlyFans. Yeah, Bruno. So I'm like, come on, like you're pushing people out for. I mean, that's just another way to make money, and also it brings more attention to your show.
Well, Bruno, first of all, was on this show.
Love
Bruno
him.
has, right, like I've done my research on Bruno.
Me too.
I mean, he's no longer, I think, I mean, he's full on like a porn star now, darling. And I mean,
Yeah,
as he should be, darling.
as you should, honey.
What
Talk
was,
about his below deck. I am.
I mean, I'm okay with that. He wanted to come back on this show at one point, and I don't know, I was busy, and I don't mean that in any ego way. It
Well,
just was like,
listen, bring him on with me,
yeah,
honey.
it was one of those like, let's do it. And then I got busy because he was like dating this guy, but now they broke up and all this other stuff. What was I gonna
Yeah,
say?
I volunteer as tribute. If you ever want to bring him on with us,
Okay,
he's more than welcome.
I'll
Oh,
like do that. I mean,
blush.
yeah, Bruno's hot. What was I gonna say?
What
Something
are we
about,
even talking about? Where are we?
oh, this is what I was gonna say. Because speaking of Erica, I am starting to think that, I've said like after Erica with Tom Girardi, like what could phase her? I'm starting to think it's time for Erica to have a difficult season again. This is my new thing I've gotten.
That's
Like
my
Kyle has been through so much, and Erica has. She's really had that season, but I hate to say it, that was 3 years ago.
it,
Like.
it was. And now you're sitting on your laurels and then kind of judging other people for having an easy season. And I'm like, girl, like you realize that these impending things are coming up. And the way that she kind of like basically kind of smothers anyone out that has any kind of anything to do with that lawsuit is like, I'm like, girl, you don't get away with it. And then also, I'm sorry, but that last finale episode of like, oh, we have to feel bad for Tom. I don't care about Tom. Like, I'm never going to care about Tom. I don't care about Tom. I don't care what happens to him. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but like, you defrauded your own clients and like, no. Like, I'm not going to feel sorry for you. That kind of annoyed me. I was like, are the Bravo producers trying to get us to feel bad for this man? No. No.
Well, I think they're trying to get us to feel bad for Erica, and I think it worked to some extent, but I really feel that she's the type like you give her an inch, she takes a mile. Like I think she's starting to get back into this like forgetting that, you've done like you were basically begging for redemption, right? You got it. And now I'm starting to see this cockiness of Erica again. I'm
The co-
starting to see it.
Absolutely. And then saying like, I'm wearing some designer. I
Oh,
looked at
that
the
pissed me
designer,
off. Yeah.
2.3 million followers. That's not some designer. I know that you probably paid for it out of your pocket, so you were irritated, but everyone else answered like,
Everyone else answered right. You think it's like some startup designer. You look at the person, they've done people way more famous than you.
Nicki
And
Minaj, Beyonce.
And I'm sorry, it's like you are in this industry. This is it. This is basic one plus one equals two. You know you are going on the reunion. It is very simple. Who are you wearing is the number one question. We're rating the fashion. If you don't know the designer, it takes you 3 seconds to remember the first name, the last name, the spelling. That is your job. I'm
Mhm.
assuming you didn't pay for full value for whatever this is. It's not, Dorit probably paid full value. I mean, Vivienne Westwood is not giving Dorit Kemsley a fucking dress.
Yeah.
Erica's maybe is like a less known designer. I assume you got a great deal on this or for free so
Or you
that you
borrowed
mention
it.
them. Right.
Also borrow it, but it also like I'm not trying to make it a race thing, but it also like I think it's an Indian designer and it's like you didn't remember the name and it's like that's like another layer of annoying where it's like, oh, would you have remembered if it was Prada, Gucci, Louis Vuitton? Probably. So that's
Yeah.
annoying where I'm like, that's the lead. Like when I worked with clients and they would go on the red carpet, I would write it down on a piece of paper and put it into their clutch. And I'm like, if you forget it, open your clutch and there's the designer's name because it's make or break it. Like I have a friend, Charles Harbison, and he does a lot of the Housewives, and he does like, and he's when he was newer, a lot of people would be, like, I don't remember what I'm wearing. That's like make or break for someone that's a new
Mhm.
designer. So it bothers me. Like, I mean, I'm not a designer, but from that perspective, like, it's like annoying that you don't give them their shout out. It's irritating.
It annoyed me. And then I don't know, I went down this rabbit hole of like, I think I get what everyone's been saying for all these years. Like, I think that I have gone from 0 to 100 and given Erica a free pass for 3 years. And I'm starting to be like, man, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same Erica. Look, I know someone that has worked with her. We don't need to get into who is just like, she's horrible.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I
she's
worked with her.
horrible.
She's
I
horrible. Like
know.
she wouldn't go on live TV. She like then she called and tried to get me fired. Like I mean, and I was doing my friend a favor who's a YouTuber that was going to interview her. So I was doing her a favor. I it's just she is for lack of a better word, cocky, right? Like she's telling
Hmm.
the green room on Fox LA like I'm not going to get up. And the producer was like, Amir, what do we do? She's not moving. She's not getting up. We have live TV. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do with her. Like, she's just for lack of a better word, she's very unprofessional. And also, no one's buying that you paid 35 grand to put two black marks on the wall. Like, I'm sure Lawrence Ballard gave her a very good deal. That was the original receipt. There's no way she paid for 35
And
grand for
I said, even 35 grand is cheap. Like that to me is even like a cheap start for him. I mean, he's
it.
done Share